So Jesus was being criticized. Jesus was being told he was unrighteous. He was being told he was bad. He was being told he didn't know how to behave properly because he ate and was with sinners and tax collectors. And Jesus, in response to this, tells a story about a man who has two sons. Tells a story about a family. Now we know this story as the story of the prodigal son, but in the time of Jesus it would have been known as the story of the prodigal father, because this is an irresponsible father. This is a father who does what his child asks him to do. His younger son asked him to divide the property, to give him his inheritance early. This boy does something so unrighteous that in Jesus' time it would have been like saying, I want you dead. I don't love you, I don't like you, I don't like my family, I just want your stuff. Because the boy takes the inheritance and he takes off. And he has a very good time. And of course things don't go well. And he ends up in a mess and hungry. And he has to take a very bad job. So it's a good Jewish boy who is tending pigs. Pigs are an unclean animal. And he's starving. And he is wanting what the pigs are eating. So this is about as low as you can go. And this is the part of the story that really touched my heart. Because when I go inside and I'm teaching inside of jail, and the guys talk about what's it like, why they're there, what do they want to do about it, they do what he did. It says, in the translation I read for the first time, it says he came to himself. He became himself again. And that's what I hear from the men inside. They come to themselves, they come to become themselves again. And then it says he picked himself up. And that's what they do. They pick themselves up. And they know, just as this boy, this young man knew, that this is going to be tough. They know, just as he knew, that they're going to be treated very, very badly. He knows his older brother. He knows his older brother who in the story says, this isn't fair. I want the stuff. You can't do this to me. It's just wrong. And the guys inside know that's what's going to happen. Our society is terrible on people who are in jail. So what does Matthew 25 tell us? It tells us to take care of 5 kinds of people. 5. The hungry, the homeless, the thirsty, the unclothed, and the prisoners. And who are the 5 groups of people that we treat the worst? Well, it would be, in fact, the same list.
That's good.
2,000 years, we've been treating people very, very badly. And the boy knows it so much that he has to practice. So while he's decided to pick himself up, he practices what he's going to say to his father, because he knows he's going to have to humble himself. He's going to have to beg. And he practices. He's so nervous. And then he walks home. And we know he's been in a foreign land, so he is walking a long way, practicing, being humble, saying, please, take me home, take me back. Well, his father, who's been looking for him, sees him coming and runs to meet him and gives him a huge hug and says, put the feast on. Bring the family robe. Bring that signet ring. Bring those sandals. Make him my son again. That is the kind of response that none of the guys expect. And yet, as they come into themselves, as they come into their faith, they feel that love. They feel that maybe somebody will meet them more than halfway. And truly, that is what I am asking for you to do. When the Father says, my son was dead, my son was lost, my son is now found, my son is alive, let's celebrate. I want you to think about those people who have come out of jail, and you put that ring on their finger, and you put that cloak and you bring out that feast and you celebrate. You celebrate. Amen.